Print is not dead.
Print is not dead.
Isn't that amazing? I mean, even at Forbes magazine, it's just now it's continuing to grow.
Yeah, it's a more complicated story than that. So the headline that everybody likes to use is "Print is dead."
Right.
And you know,
well,
the
who's
obituary, right? Who's printing that? Exactly, the digital guys. But but it's two sides of a coin. It's on the one hand, print is strong, continues to be strong, continues to deliver returns, especially for our publishers. There's
you have Condé Nast.
We have Condé Nast, we have Hearst, we have Meredith, we have News Corp, and we have Time Inc., which is the biggest of them.
And they've all come together, and they decided they wanted to, at the executive level, come in and create the Hulu for magazines or digital publishing.
The outsiders call it the Hulu for magazines. Okay. What they really did is they got together and they said, wow, we have a huge opportunity in this new space around tablets, around new forms of digital delivery. Why don't we get together and create a company that can help us execute against that? And really, in my mind, it's executing against both the biggest threat and the biggest opportunity the industry has ever seen. And that's the transition from analog to digital, or print to bits, or print to tablets. That's what we're talking about.
But are they too late?
No, it's early. It's really early still. It's the number of tablets out there are probably, what are we at, 40 million or so, 35, 40 million. This is a huge industry that's going to be significant. It's going to be a $3-4 billion industry by 2014, 2015, and grow from there.
You're talking the digital publishing.
Absolutely, absolutely.
But in terms of being too late, what I'm talking about is there have been mass layoffs in publishing over the past few years because it's almost like they waited too long. And it's almost now because they're now slim and trim, and they're almost forced to have to make a change, a huge transition, very, very quickly.
Well, here's where I disagree. They have to transition, but it's not quickly. They need to move with alacrity, but they don't need to move overnight. So this isn't the traditional innovator's dilemma of the disk drive industry or something like that, where their print industry, where the industry is going to disappear overnight and we go, oh my God, what am I going to do? The print industry is strong. They have these incredible assets. They have brand. So think about the brands just in our
The brand
group.
Is probably the most valuable aspect.
It's the most valuable. You've got Sports Illustrated, you've got Esquire, you've got The New Yorker, you've got Better Homes and Gardens, you've got unbelievable brand recognition. You have high quality, curated, premium content that people will pay for. So, on the one hand, we can look at great companies like Flipboard or Zeit or Ongo or AOL Editions. They scrape the web, they put something together on this device that's cool, it's utilitarian. Do I want to pay for it? No. But the magazine publishers have curated premium content that we know people will pay for. So they have that, they have the brands, they have a new platform or a new class of devices, a new class of software that allows them to deliver this unbelievably high fidelity experience. It's almost as if this device was made for magazines. And you know what? There will be 100 million of these out in the market in probably 2014, 2013. There will be 1 billion smartphones that begin to have screens about this size, right? And the total available market, the TAM, for digital magazines is just going to expand and explode. So if you take all three of those pieces, and then the other piece, which is print isn't going away, print still delivers robust returns. They have some time.
How can they continue to deliver robust returns, as the age of the people who, grew up, in a sense, with print grow up, and then you have this new generation of people who are consuming content that at 3 years old, they're on a tablet.
Yeah. 2 years old, they're on a tablet. Or 1.5 years old, right?
Exactly, even earlier.
True, but again, look at the demographic today. 90% of the developed world reads magazine. You walk over to Google, walk down the street here to Facebook, and ask any engineer if they read magazines. You know what? They pick up magazines and read them. So they're still read. There are more younger readers today than there were 5 years ago. The brands we talked about, and so it's not going to disappear, and the print world isn't going to disappear. The trick to it, though, is it's declining. We know it's declining, and so the print industry as a whole will continue to decline, but not at a pace at which overnight, a year from now, 5 years from now, it's gone, and we have to say, holy cow, how do I reinvent my business today? I need to reinvent. I need to apply assets I have from the print world today to digital, which is what our publishers are doing, and they need to do it with vision, and I say the right alacrity that makes sense. and they need to cut the right deals with the players in the digital industry rather than the print industry. It's kind of a glass half full, glass half empty thing. And you can analogize it a bit to Google. Google took in, what, 10, 12 billion on search this quarter, right? And they use search money to fund every other initiative in that company for going forward. The print industry, it's a little similar in that we can use the print profits and the print dollars to help fund the transition to digital. The difference is Google's growing at 35% quarter over quarter. The print industry is declining. You know, my proposition is, yes, the world is going digital. That's the proposition, but you have this huge opportunity right now to migrate the business and migrate it and build a bigger business overall if you're smart about it. You cut the right deals with distributors, you understand engagement, you understand the different business models. If you can do that, the opportunity is massive, and that's why I got involved.
So it's interesting that you said that, so print is not dead. So it may not be dead today, but it's declining.
Yes.
So would you say the timeline is 5, 10 years, 15 years when it will completely go away? Will it completely go away?
It's kind of like, it's hard to prognosticate on that. I come back to TiVo. You know, we knew that TiVo was going to change the face of the television industry. We knew it. That was 13 years ago. Now today, a little ahead of our time, changing behavior in the living room, but today, where is it? It's probably at 50%, 60% penetration, DVRs. With print, I think there will continue to be a decline, but 5 years from now, will it still be a robust business, and will print revenues exceed digital? Probably still 5 years from now. 10 years from now? No way. It's not going to, you know, so that's the transition time.
So ultimately what we'll see is the digital publishing subsidizing some of the print, because there still will be people that, you know, like their Sunday morning newspaper,
Absolutely.
like the Financial Times first thing Sunday, or Barron's in the morning on Sundays.
I think that'll be the case. It'll just, it'll shift. And we're not at that, we're at the early days of the transition to digital. The reason we're here is we know it's coming, and anyone who tells you that print isn't in decline, they tell you the same, you know, it's the same person who says there's no global warming. If you look longitudinally at the industry, it's obvious.